boat will maneuver. Reaching out. There is no place and no moment in history where I could stand and say, arithmetic begins here, now.
Hello everyone, hello, how are we all doing? Welcome to Myles Dyer Live, where every Wednesday we hang out, normally an hour earlier, but we pushed it up a little bit today. For anyone that is in the PS VR2 space, you're in for a treat tonight because we've got an hour. Going to be joined in just a moment with Eric Mash. He's going to be joining and talking all about Roboquest VR, which comes out tomorrow on PS VR2 and SteamVR. And then in an hour, you've got Without Parole, West Day with Brian and Wes over on the Without Parole channel. And then an hour after that, I'm going to be back on with a live stream of Roboquest. And I was already live streaming this morning. A different game, arguably not quite as good. Yeah, it's been a pretty action-packed day today. But I just want to say a massive hello to everyone in the chat. I know that there are going to be some people that perhaps don't always tune in because this has been put on Reddit. Just letting people know that if anyone is excited for Roboquest VR tomorrow, has any questions about Roboquest VR tomorrow, we're just going to have a nice casual conversation and answer in real time any questions people have about the game and just about what VR is like in general from the other side of things. Like when it comes to VR gaming, Eric and I are both massive gamers. We're fans of it, as are the rest of Impact Reality. But when you've actually got to bring these things to market, it's a whole other beast. And so we'll be discussing all of that. But I just want to say a massive hello to everyone in the live chat. Do hit the like button if you haven't already. And Eric, are you there?
Is this thing on?
It is on. It's on. We can hear you. How you doing, dude?
What's up, man? Good. How are you?
I'm all right, man.
Doing
Just
good.
one of my lights isn't working. It says it's
Yeah,
unreachable.
it's a little dark in there, Miles. Why is it so dark?
Unreachable. This one works.
Oh, yeah, now it's really dark.
That's
This
really
is dark, Miles.
And then this one, it just says it's unreachable, whatever that means. So anyway, I'm half lit for the moment. How are you doing, Eric, man?
I like it when you're fully lit. When you're fully lit and we've had a few GNTs, that's when
Yes.
you're fully lit.
I'm terrified just to do a full reset. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. There we go.
Miles After Hours. I like it.
I know. How you doing, Eric? Man?
Agrimony says Miles After Hours. I like it. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's nothing. It's like nothing going on. We don't have a major launch going on or anything tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, would you say how are you feeling about it all? Because honestly, I was speaking with Damien from Rough Talk earlier. He obviously works in our social media team, and we were just saying like it's been stressful, but like the buzz is definitely there now. We've got people live streaming the game tonight.
Yeah.
Reviews are going to be coming out tomorrow. But I'm like stressed, but in a good way. Like the buzz is there, the momentum is there. But tomorrow's Judgment Day, right?
Tomorrow's the day. I don't know. It's this. No, look, we are super blessed to be able to do what we're doing. Like we started this company as a bunch of dumb shit gamers that just wanted to fucking make games, man. Like, you know, we're idiots just like everybody else. You know, I was running a podcast and was a content creator, and you know, I was working as a title advisor for a couple of different publishing companies, VR publishing companies. You know, decided to quit my job, and like, you know, then I teamed up with Skiva and Jasmine, and then eventually Elliot to make this company. This is a dream come true. Like, yeah. Are we nervous? Yeah, of course we're nervous. You know, when you have your game come out the next day, you're going to be nervous. But man, we are blessed to be able to do what we do. Like, if you told 15-year-old me that eventually I would have a game that my company worked on that I had such, you know, love for, be on Sony and, you know, be and ship on the Sony PlayStation VR2 or ship on the MetaQuest or ship on Steam, you know, if you told me that I was able to meet some of the giants in the gaming industry from companies like Atari and Ubisoft and, Xbox and PlayStation, meet Shuhei Yoshida or like talk to him, like I like 50-year-old me, we like, no way, dude, this is not happening. Yes, this is extremely stressful when you have a game launch. Myles, I mean, you know it, you feel it. Like we're lucky and blessed to be doing what we're doing.
It is about that, and it's one of those things that you remind yourself every day of. Like, we work in the gaming industry, and you know, a lot of us have interesting backgrounds of what we did before. And it's not to say we necessarily hated what we did before, but like to work in gaming, and also working in gaming is not a given. You're often sort of warned, never work within your passions because it will take the joy away. And for me, it's been a year and a half. For you, it's been a few years now. Hasn't the joy is still there, right? Isn't it, Eric? Isn't the joy still there?
No, it is. No, it is. Like, because it is. And then look, I know people. There are people out there. There are people in our company who are like, you know what? Like, I've lost it. Like, I don't feel the passion like I used to for gaming. It happens with people all the time. Like, you're right. Sometimes you don't do what you love the most because then it becomes a part of your job, and then it becomes, I don't want to do that anymore. But Myles, like literally, I'm gaming more now than I ever have, and a lot of it is for work. I played more Roboquest VR than I played almost flat already. You know, I picked up a game this weekend that I talked about on my podcast last night because I saw it on my Facebook feed, and I'm like, damn, that game looks awesome. So I went and bought it from Steam. I put 10 hours in it over the weekend, like literally just because I wanted to, and it's fun. I have not lost my passion for gaming. I have not lost my passion for VR. For me, it's become greater. Now, look, there's a lot of bullshit that goes along with owning a company, and like you have to put into it, that you have to go through with it. But I would not change anything of where I am in my life right now, or what we've done, or what we've accomplished in the last 3 years. And look, there's been some wrong paths along the way, but I still wouldn't change them because I don't know if we would be who we are if we didn't make the mistakes that we made, right? Like, I think you have to go down some of those wrong paths to know what the right paths are. So I'm okay with that. Like, I'm good with it. And like, when I say I'm blessed, Myles, I am 53 years old tomorrow. And I'm not afraid to tell anybody how old I am. I'm 53 years old tomorrow. I've been a gamer all my life, and I was not able to get into this business until about 7 years, 8 years ago. And I've done a lot of things that I've been successful with, but never that I've been passionate about. I'm more passionate about this industry and what we're doing as a company than anything I've ever done in my entire life. I feel like I'm a little kid when I do what I do. And I do not feel my age, and I would run circles around anybody that I know.
That's so good to hear, man. Yeah, and I relate to a lot of that. I mean, for me, it was always a weird thing to say when I first joined. And you've always got to be careful, especially because when I joined, it was just Impact Reality working with clients, external VR developers, and you need to obviously have your strong foot forward. But this is the first time I've ever worked fully in the gaming industry. I did a couple of months with Jörg Tittel with C-Smash VRS when they were bringing it to MetaQuest, just after I got let go from my cybersecurity job. But I've worked 20 years in marketing, content marketing, always as a gamer, but I've never worked in the gaming industry. And, you know, you can know a lot about gaming, you can game a lot. And for me, I owe a lot of my thanks to like Without Parole, Brian, Wes, AJ, because having my foot in the door there opened a lot of doors for me. It meant I got to go to Fast Travel Games and meet the studio and just learn the industry side, because yeah, like being a gamer, you can learn a lot about games and like the feel of stuff, but the business side is something else. And what you want as a fan of gaming isn't always like the path of least resistance or the way that you have to go. You have to think long term. And so the thing that we often get again and again, and we're not critical of these people because we love the passion, is when are we going to get The Last of Us VR, or you know, you just name the Grand Theft. Are we going to get Grand Theft Auto 6 VR before
BioShock.
Grand Theft Auto 6? Yeah, BioShock, you name it. And it's like we hear people, but like, yeah, we do aim for those kind of titles, but it's about doing the stepping stones. And like, as we look tomorrow for Roboquest VR, guys, let's not forget, our first title, Trombone Champ Unflattened, came out, I think, the 26th of November last year. So it's not even been a year yet. And I mean, how many titles have we helped launch in terms of Impact Reality? How many games we've done as publishing? Just this month, Audio Trip and V-Racer Hoverbike, both those games got to the top 10 most downloaded on the PlayStation Store. Obviously, that's just for a moment. We're going to have to wait and see what it's like on the PlayStation blog at the end of the month. But to see this stuff happening is just mind-blowing. And so, you know, it's easy to get impatient, and we totally feel it. But the stuff, and I guess for you as well, like when you're on this other side of it, it really gives you a lot of compassion for what VR developers have to go through to get their games even over the line to begin with, never mind the marketing and all that stuff that follows, right?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, when you poke your head behind the curtain, like I've done the podcast now for 4 years. I was an asshole to these developers because you don't know. Like, you're like, well, why didn't they do this? That's dumb. And I would rant and I would get on them and be like, why did you launched your game and it's not 100% perfect? Are you stupid? Like, why would you do that? Like, you know, but you don't know. Like, you don't know what you don't know, right? So I guess it's, you know, look, unless you know what's going on, it's tough to say. Like, but I guess the question to ask is like, okay, do you think every developer is like, well, let me launch my game imperfect. Let me do that. Let's make that a plan, right?
Yeah.
That's not what they're thinking. They're thinking either number one, my game is great, I like it the way it is, or they're like, if I don't put this game out tomorrow, we're going to go to business, like that. And so that's some of the thing. Or if I don't put this game out now, I won't launch. Or I have investors that I have to put the game out with because they're saying me. Or the platform is like, you have a date, either do it now or you can't do it. Like, there are always extenuating circumstances with a company. So you're like, so those decisions are like, okay, what are they doing? Why are they doing what they're doing? And you just don't know what they are. Now, there are companies out there, they're just delusional, Miles. They like put games out because they think they're great. They don't test them. Those are the ones that like you want to rail against. You're like, why? Why didn't you ask somebody who knows? Like, you know, but I mean, the ones that are out there doing and working their hardest and like trying to put amazing games out for people, I applaud those people. I will like for us as a company, like we are all about like the rising tides raises all ships. Like we cannot be the be all end all company that is going to like save your VR. That's not going to work. We cannot be the only ones. There's got to be good games out there that support the ecosystem or we will all die. Like, so like for us, we're like, however many developers that are producing games, like people I've been sure they're asking me, are you guys afraid of Deadpool coming out? No, I'm not afraid of Deadpool coming out. I applaud it. I'm glad it's a great game. I'm glad people are enjoying it. It brings more people back into headset. That's a good thing for everybody. You know, is it maybe an overshadowing? I don't know. We're on different platforms right now, so I don't know if it really matters. But look, what's good for VR is good for all of us. Like, and you have to think that way, especially in a smaller niche market. Otherwise, we'll all wither and die.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, a lot of happy birthdays coming in for you. And
thank you, everybody. I appreciate you.
A bit of an industry secret. Roboquest VR was actually going to come out much earlier in the year, but Eric demanded that we'd hold out for his birthday. So if you got any issues about waiting this long, it's all on Eric.
I'm a prima donna content creator, man. I want what I want. I want what I want, and that's all I'm going to get.
Have you got many meetings tomorrow on your birthday? Are you working tomorrow?
Of course.
But have you got some Roboquest time aside?
Of course I'm working.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll give everybody a little insight on what my plans are for tomorrow. I am going to launch Roboquest, get through the day, get to like 5 or 6 p.m., and I'll probably get on a call with you and toast the launch and probably get shit-faced drunk. I'll give you a little peek.
There we
go.
I like this.
Have a couple of GNTs.
Oh, man. Actually, I've got some GNT.
Hey, Tiff.
Yeah, I know. Good to see Tiff. So many familiar faces in the chat. By the way, I normally do this on my Q&A, and I normally have a card that goes up on screen. Do you know what? If I just quickly do this, I'll be able to find it. Here it is. Let me see if I can copy this and bring it across. See, I'm learning all this stuff on the fly. Yeah, there we go. Q&A day. So, if anyone has any questions in the chat, just put a Q at the beginning of your question, and I'll save it. And the reason I do it is sometimes you're asking each other questions. Like, where did I leave my car keys? That's not for us to answer, and we don't want to put that up on screen. Yeah. What's my bank account PIN again number? Yeah. So if you got a question, just put Q, and then I can save it. And we've just had a super chat. Thank you, Tiff. He says, "Preach it, you two. To poop on another title success is a sign of insecurity. Success raises all VR ships. Thanks for doing this, guys. Shout out to my peeps in the chat. Much love to you, Tiff."
Hell yeah.
One of my favourite things to consider, and I learned this, my former boss when I was at cybersecurity had a really great phrase, which is very important in a remote-first company. And lots of you hear me talk about this all the time, which is one of the reasons the internet is often quite a horrible place is the majority of communication is not the content of what you say. It's like facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, and like X is just text. And so everything always seems harsher than it is. And so the saying is like always assume good intent. So like that counts with anything in life. When you're texting family members, you're working with colleagues remotely, and they ask something of you, they're probably just asking something of you. And you just always assume good intent. But it also counts when you see a VR game not doing exactly what you want. Like, why did they do that? Well, maybe they did want to do that. And like, I've always heard the internet has been like this infinity machine. And Eric, you and I know this as much as everyone else on the team, which is there are going to be things that we wanted to do for the launch tomorrow that we won't have got done in time. It could have been to do with marketing. It could have been done with certain features in the game. I mean, look, multiplayer is not going to be at launch tomorrow, but that is like well underway with development. Gamertag VR recently played it with you actually, and had a really good time with it. It's always about like prioritizing. You only have so much time, so much resource, and you have to make total calls. But at the end of the day, like VR developers, and there will be some exceptions when I look at some of this shovelware stuff. I won't give names. I'm sure people will call it out in the chat. But like people want their games to do well. They want their games to be played and enjoyed. And so, we always talk about like, if you ever have feedback and stuff, give feedback. Just make sure it's constructive, and always just think as I'm typing it to someone, am I assuming that they had good intent? I think that can always be a really, really good step forward. I've played it. Oh man, there's so many comments here. Much love, everyone, and do hit the like button if you haven't already. And just a reminder for those that just come in now, do hit the subscribe button. I do Let's Plays of every single PSVR2 title. I'm really embarrassed because this morning I Let's Played during my normal time Bridge Constructor Studio, which was like, it wasn't even made for VR. It's a VR mode within the game that you have to use the DualSense controller to select it. And then, I kid you not, Eric, do you know what? I'm just going to put this on screen. Throughout the whole...
I can't believe I missed this epic game of.
I mean, it was a cute puzzle game. I will give you that. But the issue with the game was, I've not really seen this much before, but the developers had not thought about the social screen. So when I was playing it, it looked like, I don't know if you can see this, and in the middle of the screen, you've got that red button that says disable VR mode. That was on the screen the entire time. So,
no way.
Yeah. So for the whole live stream, disable VR mode.
We're just begging you to get rid of the VR.
I know, like, why are you in VR mode in that? It was a fun game.
Man.
But anyway, the reason I bring this up was that turned out it was actually my 300th Let's Play, which means
I can't believe you did it.
Roboquest VR tonight, when I do it in a couple of hours, is going to be my 301st. So it's good. It's the start of a new century.
True. I mean, it would have been epic if it was number 300, but I guess, all right, 301.
It is. But I'm so excited for playing it later. I've played it a couple of times, literally in like 10-minute stints. I like to save my Let's Plays when I can for like first impressions.
I know, because I've been trying to talk you into playing, and you're like, no, dude, I want to play it.
I was at Eric's in March, like literally behind him at a desk there, and he had it on his laptop, and we were like, we were also going to go to Disneyland and all that, and we didn't do any of that stuff. Yeah, but like the bare minimum was...
We worked 90% of the time you were here.
Yeah. So in March, guys, that was when we'd done, I think, the second trailer for Roboquest, which actually, do you know what? I think I've got it here that we can have running in the background. This was the dude. I really want to put on this. I wanted to put the new one on so bad. Were you nervous? Were you nervous then? Yeah, guys. Our team with trailers, like Wunderbar, who worked on this one, we brought him back in to work on the launch one for tomorrow. It's so good. I mean, this was so good. Some of these shots, he did like 60 attempts to get it just right. I mean, you can tell from how epic it is. And like, we were able to turn so many of these into GIFs on socials. This was in March for the VR game showcase, which again blows my mind. I was in Florida. We'd announced then Postal 2 VR, Out of Sight VR. Obviously, Roboquest was the second trailer. Flat Out. And then there was another one. That was like one of the most stressful times since starting here, and obviously we've topped that many times since then. And yeah, dude, like how far it's come, and like here we are, Wednesday, November 19th, and PSVR2 and SteamVR players are gonna be able to experience this tomorrow.
Yeah, it's and look, number one, it's epic, and we can talk about the game here in a minute, but let's talk about the trailer, because this is something I touched on last night with on my podcast, and I did shout you out last night, Myles, and then I actually shouted every person's name out from our Impact Reality publishing and PR and marketing team, because the reason is, every person by name. I'm pretty sure I remember everybody, because what the hardest thing is here is you're seeing this epic trailer right here. We've done, I think, 3 or 4 trailers between like known trailers, and we've made some trailers, like we made a trailer just for the Rise Up team, so they could have a view of what the game looks like. So there's some trailers you haven't even seen yet. So we've probably done 3 or 4 different trailers by the same guy, by Carl Wunderbar. And like, how many trailers can you do to where you're like, okay, it's the same game, but like, okay, that trailer is better than the next, or that trailer is better than the next. And we got to this launch, and I'm like, going in, I'm like, there's no way he's going to be able to make another trailer, Myles, like that's as good as some of the other trailers. I'm like, I'm sure it won't be any worse, but like, how do you top what like these trailers that he's already done? And then you sent across to me and Jasmine the trailer, and like literally we couldn't stop watching it. Like I must have watched it back to back like 10 times, like right in a row, because it's so freaking epic. This launch trailer that you're going to see tomorrow come out is so good that these are one of those trailers that like every time I watch it, I'm mesmerized, and I'm like, I want to go play this game by watching the trailer. And that's, well, you can't say anything more than that. If the trailer makes you want to go play the game, damn, like that's you accomplished it.
That's what like Carl Wunderbar is really good at doing, is he I mean, when he got brought back, he was like, I don't know how I'm going to outdo this trailer. It's like, well, you're the only one who's going to be able to. And he went in there and just to give you an example, and I'm sure this is fine for me to say, but this is a bit like behind the curtain and stuff when it comes to trailers, is the trailer was like almost done, and there's two trailers. There's one which is like the trailer that's going to go for Steam VR and PlayStation VR 2, but then there's one for you know, we submit and hopefully it gets on the PlayStation YouTube channel on launch day tomorrow. You know, that's what you want to do. But for that, you can't have any UI of other platforms. And so we had this trailer, it was great, but it had some of the MetaQuest UI in it. So it meant having to go back and reshoot stuff, and like that was stuff that Cole didn't want to hear. And he did it. And he made it work. But like that's the kind of stuff that, you know, you can panic about when everyone's up against it. There are these different builds that the developers are working through. They're just wanting to get things out the door. Like the dev team are going to be working on tomorrow's launch until launch. Like there is going to be a launch patch, and there's none of this like we're done. We'll do some updates post launch. Like we are literally squeezing everything we can out of every minute leading up to that time. And the stuff that they do is just, I mean, I've always found devs completely magical with how they're able to do this stuff. And so they'll be watching live streams, taking notes and all that sort of stuff. And it's just incredible. So Brian Paul from Without Parole, I did show him a bit of the trailer after Friday's Without Parole show. And
oh boy, you're in trouble.
Yeah. And it wasn't on stream at least.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
He said the opening of that, he goes, that will sell headsets, which I think was like one of the biggest compliments. And it really is, because when you're showing VR, you want people to feel like I'm in the game. And the opening of this new trailer is super cinematic, but it is gameplay. Like it's not a cutscene, it's gameplay, and it captures that feeling of like what it is to play VR. Because I don't know, I always think about back in the day, Eric, where it was like you'd get those commercials for 3D TVs, and it'd be someone sat on a couch and there's like a cube that comes out the TV and it's like floating around their head. It's like that's not how
that's not real.
3D TVs, you know, happen. But you know, for VR, it's like, how do you translate it? Because you're basically doing two jobs when you make a trailer for a VR game. You're trying to push sales on the VR game, but you're also trying to convince people to jump into VR. Like, that is a battle we're all doing at the moment. Like, VR is still niche. We're still trying to convince people. There's people that might have had experiences years ago and were like, it doesn't look that great, or made me motion sick. But things have come a long way. Like, when I think about V-Racer Hoverbike, a game that was inspired by the need to make a racer that feels fast but is good for motion sickness, is one thing. Roboquest VR, I know in the early plays, I think Matteo, when he did his video like a year ago or something, he was talking about how buttery smooth it was, and a lot of the player feedback was a lot of people that would normally feel motion sickness because of the frame rate and that feel really good with it. And look, we can't ever guarantee everyone's going to be motion sickness free. Like, you can never guarantee that, and that's another challenge with this stuff. But like, we're definitely making progress with this.
Yeah. I want to mention in chat before we go on to the next thing. Jasmine is in chat. VR Jasmine, and she said, in case anybody wants to know, Myles is incredible at his work. And
I'd missed that.
He is. Yeah. And just, I'll just give all of your chat here like a little glimpse and picture. We have an amazing company. Like, literally, I couldn't ask for a better team. Everybody on this team has at least some connection to the VR world before they come in, which is awesome, right? Like, there's not many companies that can say that. Myles and all these people are passionate. Myles epitomizes everybody in the company. Like, there's not a more passionate person on the team. There's not somebody who cares more about the other people on the team or underneath him in his department or working with them. There's not another person that's more passionate about the PlayStation community, the Quest community, the Steam community, the games that he's putting out there, the clients that we work with. Like, literally, it was a huge part to have you come and join us. But in the last, I don't know, how long has it been now? How many months?
I joined May 1st, 2024. So about a year and a half now.
Yeah, a year and a half. Like, I've seen you grow as a person and as a professional in this business, but to see like your passion and look, guys, we work freaking hard. Like, just so you know, there's no 40-hour work weeks with what we do. Like, there's maybe 80-hour work weeks, but to see and there are times when I look at Myles and I'm like, holy shit, he looks burnt out. But then the next day I see him and he's got a smile on his face and he's wanting to show me something that the content team just did that he's super proud of, that he's energized and jazzed about. So you can't ask for more than that from somebody who's working with you, from somebody who, you know, is giving the same amount that you're putting in or that you're asking other people to put in. That's the special person. You got to find those people. And like, I wish we had 20 of them. I mean, we do have almost 20 miles, but I wish I had 20 more.
I appreciate that, Eric, and I know I'm going to get an expensive deduction from my monthly packet.
Yeah, that means I don't have to pay you next month. It was great. I'm going to come out here and do this more often.
No, but it really comes down to like a lot of things in life are contagious, and like for me, passion is contagious. I can think of a lot of projects in my life or workplaces where you're absolutely believing in it, but that you look around and like it's not that people, you know, aren't passionate. It's just like the drive is just not there. Like everyone that we work with just completely believes in this, and we want to make it work. And sometimes that can be unhealthy because it means we have to be extra. We're all telling each other to take it easy, but also we're like, but we need to do this and do this, and you know, do what we can to promote things. But like you growing up, I always wondered, like, you know, these people that have their dream jobs or have a job where they like live and breathe it, and it sort of matches like their lifestyle in terms of what they do for hobbies and stuff. And I was like, I don't think I'm cut out for that. And I remember when I joined the cybersecurity company 4 years ago, I generally thought, I don't even know if I'm a fully functioning member of society. Like I had some really horrible experiences. I'd been freelance for 6 years. It hadn't really gone well off the back of some terrible work experiences. And it was starting to come together, and like, I'm the most stressed I've ever been in my life, but I'm the happiest. And like, it just goes hand in hand. And like, we are on the precipice of doing some awesome, I mean, we have been doing great stuff, but there is a lot more great stuff to come. But yeah, no, I appreciate that, Eric, and like just working with you and all of leadership and everyone on the social media team and the developers, just everyone there is just so in it. And, you know, the love is everywhere with that. We're going to go to some questions. We've got a lot coming in. But something I do want to say, guys, is, and I got to be careful here. I did tweet it earlier. We're not obviously allowed to talk about wish list numbers. But all I'm saying is, if you have a PlayStation account, can you just go on the PlayStation Store? Even if you're like, well, I'm going to buy it anyway, just hit the wish list button on Roboquest VR. The link is in the description of this live stream. It should be. Just
wish
really,
lists are
really
huge.
appreciate.
Like, yeah, exactly what Myles said. Like, even if you're like, I'm going to buy it anyway, why would I wish list it? Wish list it allows the companies, the platforms that you're on, to know that you're interested in that game. So number one, they will help you. They'll help push those things to your recommendations. But number two, it helps push that game to other gamers. Right? They're giving you a game. You're giving them an indication that you enjoy this game, or you think you're going to enjoy this game, and that you're interested in this game. And then that, in turn, they should be offering that game to more people that have the similar interest that you are. So, like, whenever you're like, oh, man, I love this developer. How do I help the developer? And, like, and even before I started the company, as a podcast host, I would be like, okay, you know, go wish list or go leave a review. But it's literally, since starting the company, I'm telling you, it's more important than ever to, like, wish list games. It really, really helps, because it helps the platform push that game to more people, so that more people can enjoy that game. There are so many games that I have ended up finding that I probably would not have bought or even looked at, but because of I wish list certain things, it gets either pushed to my feed, or somebody else wish listed it enough that it got pushed into something I'm looking at, or it got pushed into an algorithm, or it got put on a store shelf as a new and upcoming and trending game that wouldn't have been there if people didn't wish list it. It's super important.
So many people checking their wish list. I've already wish listed it. Well, that's great. Thank you.
Do it again.
Thank you. Yeah, do it. No.
Go ahead.
We always say that. If you hit the like button, hit it again. No, that unlikes it. That unwish lists it. If you're going to do it again, do it another 2 times. So you unwish it and then wish list it. And then we get banned for gaming the system. Yeah. Super classy grandma 5795 says, first time I've had a chance to say thank you, Myles, for all the work you do. Mostly I'm haunted by my neighbour, dude, Eric. Maybe if he's drunk, he'll tell you about me. Much love. There we go. Troublemaker Eric.
So classy grandma lives not far from me in Florida.
Is that right?
Like, yeah, she lives a couple hours away. Like,
which is not, that's like down the road in America.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
It's close. Yeah. So I actually got a chance to meet her. Me and Todd did a meet and greet at a Walmart, Meta, and PlayStation event, where they were Walmart and Meta and PlayStation were doing these co-events where they were showing VR, like off, and like they were going to Walmart parking lots throughout the country. doing these pop-up shows where people come in and demo stuff. And we went and they asked us to come and do a meet and greet and speak there. And Classy Grandma, we were saying we're going there. So Classy Grandma drove a few hours and she wanted to come and meet us, and we got the chance to hang out. So I did get a chance to meet Classy Grandma. It was cool.
That's amazing.
She is classy. She is a grandma.
There we go. Good branding. Hippie Pickle says, check in wish list, friends that own this game. Oh, you can see them. Yeah. Well, we know now. We know that people have got it now. Right. We've got loads of questions here. I will try my best to keep on top of any more that get added. So let's try and make... Some of these will take a bit of time on, but some of them we can go a bit quick on. Okay, firstly, the important ones. How much cake will you eat tomorrow? Are you a birthday cake person? What is your birthday, like, food? Like,
that's a great question. What's, like, my favorite food?
Yeah, like, what would you want for your birthday? Like,
this is going to be weird.
Sub?
Yeah, I mean, public sub. I mean, just so you know, like this, like whoever's in Florida or whoever has a Publix near them, Myles got completely addicted to pub subs when he was here, like to the point where he's trying to get my wife to ship him some pub subs to the UK.
I know, it was unbelievable.
That's all we can talk about.
It was a religious experience, but yeah.
yeah, of course. But I would say, like, I'm weird. Like, I love steak, I love lobster. I mean, I love really good food, but like. Tomorrow, my wife was like, "I'll make soup and grilled cheese sandwiches," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you will! That's awesome." So I'm pretty kind of simple. Like I probably one of my favorite foods is a good grilled cheese sandwich and like a tomato soup or just a regular soup. I'm down.
There we go. Wholesome food.
One of my favorites. Food. Do you have grilled cheese sandwiches in the UK? Like, is it a thing?
Yeah, it is. Like, you can also, like, I love making your own grilled cheese sandwiches. It's always good.
Yeah, you call them like a toasty? Like something
toasties.
Different?
Yeah, that's it. We'll call them toasties. Cheese toasties. Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Yeah. You should just start calling them grilled cheese to all your friends, and they're going to be like, Myles, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
I know. Weird British people with our weird names. Okay. Right. Some of these might be difficult questions. Ready?
Shoot.
Are there any PS5 Pro enhancements to Roboquest VR? And by the way, some of these questions we might actually not know the answer to. We might say, "Is there any devs in the chat?" But yeah, do we know the answer to this?
I'll tell you this. We have a PS5 Pro dev kit. You have to. We will look to either now or in the future take advantage of as much of the hardware as we can. Is that a safe enough answer?
That's good. I mean, it's a given. Like, development doesn't finish at launch. Like, we're going to be optimizing, taking on feedback. It's such a big and deep game that there's always going to be more to do with it. So yeah, I would definitely say that if they haven't already included some, that should be looked into. I mean, I've played a bit on my PS5 Pro, and it's great. Good fun.
We have same. I have a PlayStation 5 Pro. I love it. And we have a huge roadmap for RoboQuest. Like, when Myles says we're not done with it, we are not done with it. We have a lot. I do love it. We have a lot that we want to do with RoboQuest. Like, it's like there's so many cool things that are either we just didn't have time to put in, or little things that we want to fix, or like, that we're going to work on. That. Look, you're going to have some cool stuff. Trust me. There's a lot of cool stuff. As well as co-op, and I cannot wait for everybody to try co-op. It's so much fun.
Zoe's in the chat.
Is Zoe in chat? Well, shit, Zoe can answer all these questions.
This is the thing is, right? YouTube's changed it now that it's not people's username, it's their handles. So there's a lot of people that would normally see the names.
Your chat is too funny, man.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Off food, we get it.
Ridiculous.
Okay,
Oh my
That's
God.
so
funny. Right, next question.
Is Zoe here in the chat? Because Zoe is the queen.
No, that was Zoe. That was just Zoe now.
But Jasmine says Zoe is the queen of making VR games. Yeah. Super beautiful. She is.
No, that was Zoe saying. Zoe was here saying, "I'm here to fact check you guys. Be careful."
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
Cool.
Yeah, the whole entire RoboQuest team, like literally, like you guys are. The game is so good. It's done so well. I couldn't be more proud of this team. Like, literally, I'll give you a quick insight. And I'll probably embarrass Jasmine. But again, we talked earlier about the emotions. The emotions that we had last week going through getting this game ready for launch today, like literal, like tears. Like because we see how hard everybody's working, and we see how much effort is going into it. We see how much care and love in every meeting, in every team member, and like the passion of everybody wanting to put out such a good product for everybody to play, that literally, like, me and Jasmine were having conversations, and I'm like, I'm emotional. I'm emotional about how much is going into this. And, I literally want to start crying when I think about some of the amazing things that are going on and some of the passion that people are putting into this on both sides. But I mean, especially on the development side, of putting some kick-ass things in for everybody to play. And this is one of my favorite games. Like, this is my baby. And then seeing people put that much effort and love into something that I love, dude, like, I'm ready to cry now. Forget about before.
And mountains have been moved. Like, oh god, it'd be cool to do a documentary later down the line and tell the stories of what it's been like getting this stuff ready. It's what the dev team have done on a daily basis is just mind blowing. Love them all so much. Cool. Let's have a look here. So many questions here. I've got to make sure I read the questions before I put them on screen first, in case there's anything incriminating.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so we've had a few questions on this, and we don't have to answer this directly because it's a business-related question, but I think we can talk a bit about the industry as a whole. And just a reminder, Without Parole is on with Wes and Brian in 15 minutes, so we are going to wrap up at the top of the hour so you guys can all move across. But Ben was asking, he says, are you guys pleased with the returns received for the Flat to VR releases so far, or has the mark slightly missed more than expected from the business side? I mean, there's a lot of questions about just like the state of the VR industry at the moment, and I think it will come as no surprise to people when you just look at the gaming industry as a whole. It's tough at the moment, and like, I mean, you're going to be able to have a much better insight on this than me, but like my feeling with it all is we are like weathering the storm and paving the way, because VR is an inevitability. It's only going to become more and more mainstream, and we're seeing it with like the Batman VR titles and Hitman and all this stuff. And it's like we're sort of like growing with the IPs we're working with, and with all the support that we're getting. Even when we are missing the mark now, we're playing the long game. What's your answer? And you can tell me I'm completely wrong.
Look, what I will tell you is this, and this is coming from my heart. I'll tell you this. I am proud of every game that we've put out. Like, I couldn't be more proud. Like, I am proud, and I would stamp my name and reputation on every game. And that's what we do, right? When we put a game out, like every game that we've launched, I am super happy with the outcome of every game. Every review I read, look, if we set out to be billionaires, we would not have started a gaming company in VR. Like, you just wouldn't have. Like, there's so many more things that we could have done to make money.
Oh my God.
I mean, look, we all want to be successful, but I'm going to measure success. Like, literally, I know the joy that I feel when I play a game that resonates with me. When I play a game, whether it's a VR game or a flat game, I know the joy that I feel. I know what I get out of it. I know the endorphin rush I get. I love, and our company loves, and like Jasmine and Harry and Elliot and Myles and Wes, we love being able to provide that to other people. Like, so yes, I mean, do you want me to tell you the numbers and am I happy with everything? Market's not as good as I would love it to be. I would love it to be like the booming gaming business of the world right now, and the VR to be more mainstream than anywhere. You know what I mean? But I can tell you this, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're seeing successes. We're seeing, otherwise we wouldn't continue to do it. We're seeing progression. I'm happy with every game that we put out there because people are enjoying them and they're having fun in them. That's a success. You measure your success by what you do and the product you put out, and are you proud of it? If you put a dollar value on everything and have that be the be all end all, you will be miserable. You'll be three things. You'll either be rich as shit, you'll be out of business, or you'll be miserable. Like, you can't have it be everything. You have to have it. It's a part of it. Of course, you can't survive without the money part of it. But look, we could be making money hand over fist and be putting out shovelware games that I wouldn't be proud of, and I would be fucking miserable. I would rather put out an amazing product that doesn't quite meet up to the sales expectations than put out a shitty game that sells a ton. And that's honest. This is being honest. I'd rather put my name on it.
I had an idea for a really good shovelware game we could do.
I'm all about that. Let's go.
That's awesome. It's gonna be a easy platinum trophy, 60-second platinum trophy.
Perfect.
Yeah, Flat to VR Studios has announced we're doing Plattybird VR. We're gonna do Plattybird 1 to 10.
Roby Bird.
Oh my god. By the way, I love this comment. Eric, you come across really genuine. Also, my wife doesn't find your voice is annoying, so I can listen on the TV. How about that? So clearly that balances from me. So, there we go.
I mean, thank God my wife doesn't find my voice annoying, or I'd be in big trouble too.
DJ Chamber asks, is co-op going to be there at launch for Roboquest VR? We've announced, talked about that a bit, but we can talk a bit more. And if not, any idea when it's coming? Really looking forward to it, and great.
2026, they'll be here. Promise. It's playable now. Like if you go, you can go check out Gamertag's channel. He covered it last week. Me and him went in for because we wanted to, and the reason that we did that with Gamertag is I wanted people to know that it is fully playable. And look, we could have probably launched it, but it would have been not perfect, and like it would have like tarnished the single player campaign if you put something in there that's not great. And that's not what we're going to do. Like, look, if we have to sacrifice something and make it wait a little bit, then we will, because it's not perfect. But the game, the campaign itself is there. You know what I mean? And look, like I said, the co-op is fully playable. I went in there, had a blast. I've been playing it for 3 months. Been in there having a blast with it. It's just not exactly where we'd want it to be, and we have time. There's, we have time to get it out there, and if everybody's just a little bit patient, early 2026, hopefully we'll have it out.
Yeah. The game it makes me think of a lot is Ancient Dungeons. So that came out, and I think co-op, someone can correct me on this, I think co-op was at launch on MetaQuest, or it was already, but when it got brought to PS VR2, co-op wasn't there, and I was kind of like, I would love to play this. But the game was so good, I kept going back playing single player. And what I like is I got to learn the mastery of it, and then when co-op came, I was then able to invite friends that hadn't played it yet and friends who had played it. We got to play together and share each other's strategies in real time in a shared space. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen with Roboquest VR. Only difference being, and this is no shade to Ancient Dungeon VR, which I love and I think is amazing, but that was a VR first game. This is a game that was flat. So obviously flats games generally have more resources to begin with. Roboquest VR is a much deeper game. 70 plus weapons, 100 plus items, I think 16 different locations. It is insane how much like content and permutations there are for this game. And so people are going to have plenty of time to sort of learn stuff, unlock things before co-op comes around. Let's have a look here.
Then we'll all get in and play together.
That's exactly
Just hit Myles up. He wants to co-op with everybody.
Hell yeah.
You know who else loves co-oping with everybody?
Who?
Oh, you don't have the button.
Go on.
My mom. Shout out to Wes. Shout out to Wes.
That was a good sound effect. You like that?
No, that's amazing. You should do that more.
Yeah, I do it whenever I tell a joke, but I'm like quite lost for jokes at the moment and stuff. Wolfing Game Cat Clothing says, is Roboquest planned to be cross-platform, not just between VR platforms, but also flat gamers? Much love. I mean, my understanding is, I don't know what we can and can't say. So, like, or do you not know what we can and can't say over? If we don't have anything to announce now, we don't.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to announce other than it's very difficult. It's not off the table. It's something that we've talked about with the original team, Rise Up, who was an amazing team, by the way. But it's very difficult to do cross-play, cross-platform between VR and flat.
This is not just a VR mode. So much has been built for the VR version, like manual reloading and stuff like that. So it's not just about updating the VR version of the game. You would, I assume, would have to go to the flat game and develop from that side as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. Look, nothing's off the table. We still have some time before it's going to launch. I don't think we'll have it for that. But again, we have really good connection with the Rise Up team. If it's something that it's possible or doable that we can make it work, we've talked about it. Trust me. I would love it. I would love VR players to be able to play with regular players, and like have a regular player go, "Wow, are you playing in VR?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, it's amazing. You should go check it out." that helps sell headsets, right? Like
It
we
does,
want that.
dude. Phasmophobia, when you're playing flat screen and in the TV screen is your friend going, I'm here in this haunted place. It's like, it makes people want to come in. I absolutely agree on that. Oh man, some of these questions are just very complicated to answer. So, so many.
I love all the hard ones.
One was
That's
how many total people hours has this game taken to develop? I don't know if we can do the maths now. More than 4 hours.
Yeah, less than
Safe
more than 4.
More than maybe more than 5. Don't press us on
4.
it, but oh, this is a good one. Will you eventually look to put out your own game, not sourced from an already released game? I mean, flat to VR is such a good mission statement. I think that's always going to be the driving force, but that doesn't mean we'd never consider it. But like, I just feel like the flat to VR thing is just such a needed thing in the industry right now. Like, that's how you're going to push VR headsets is, that flat screen IP that you like? Well, and there's a lot of people making VR first games, and they should continue making them. Like, everyone has to look at where your strengths are in the market. And in some ways, we are supporting VR first games through publishing and through other stuff. So, yeah. Never say no, but yeah.
I would 100%. I was going to say that. I would never look. Nothing's ever off the table. Like I think if you're running a company around, you're going to say, well, that'll never happen. No, like you're doing your own self a disservice. Like, and look, we have a super creative team. Could we make a game built from the ground? 100% we could. Easy. Not easy, but it's not easy to make a game. But look, we could do it. We have the people in place to do it. But look, we are who we are. You know what I mean? We are flat to VR studios, and we're that because we specialize in that. Like, we're really, really good at that. So I think that always has to be our North Star, and that's always what we'll point to. And that'll always be our main focus. But there could be a time when we do something different. That would be cool. That would make sense for us. But I think, there are really good devs making games built from the ground up for VR. We have a different path right now.
Cool.
Ooh, that's a good answer, Jazz.
Absolutely.
Damn, Jasmine's on it in the chat. She is on it. That's a good answer.
And by the way, Jasmine was going to be on this show, months ago, but I think was either traveling or unwell and stuff, so need to reschedule. And I'm in the process of having guests as a regular feature on this. It makes my job so much easier.
You should definitely have Jasmine because
sure.
she's a badass boss lady. Like, look, Jasmine's, she's my business partner. And I probably have to say these things, but look, I'm telling you right now, she's the CEO of the company, and she's a driving force of what we do. She also produced this game, and she produced Trombone Champ, as well as running the company and putting up with me. So that's a hard job. But she's badass, and I think she would be amazing on this show.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm not going to say anything more good about her. That's it.
That's it. No, love Jasmine, and looking forward to start having guests on for this. So yeah, thanks everyone who stopped by for this. I know there's a lot of new faces, and hit the like button if you haven't already. There's about 25 of you that haven't hit it yet, and no judgment, but lots of judgment.
Oh, judge them. You should shame them right now.
Oh man. Right, let's do some quick fire for these last 3 before we wrap up. Eric, Crane Colossus says, does Roboquest have an actual storyline and exploration, or is it unrelenting shooting and jumping Venice enemies? There's a storyline. There's a lot of exploration. You're going to need to use a map.
Yep.
Yeah. To get around.
This is a good. It's a great roguelite. There's definitely stuff behind it. It's not it's not an adventure game. No, I won't give you that. But there is story here. There's a ton to find. There is so much to find here.
Yeah. Silver Nexus asks, is there any marketing directed at people who bought the original Roboquest to try it in VR? There is. Basically, a lot of the social media is basically staying true to the flat game, so that people that like the flat game go, oh wow, that would be cool in VR. But at the same time, we have to keep it real. When you're trying to sell a product, you've got to go to where people are already, and it's just a reality that the effort to success ratio of going to VR players that have never experienced Roboquest before or have and would like to play it in VR is going to be a much easier sell than people that have played Roboquest and don't even own a VR headset. Like, yeah, do you want to play this? You're going to have to buy a VR headset. And it's not to say we don't want to serve those people, we do. But like that just comes down to what it is when it, we talked earlier about priorities, and that's a big thing. So yeah, look, we want to honour Roboquest because Roboquest is a phenomenal, beloved game. And that's one of the reasons we chose to work on it. And we want to do the game right, and therefore doing the dev team and the community right by that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Lupus says, given that you have a roadmap, does it make sense to wait for those updates before playing it?
No, you would do yourself a disservice of not getting in there and playing it now. Trust me. I'll tell you guys like this. I have 100 plus hours in the flat game. I've got 70 plus hours in Steam in the VR game. And it hasn't even launched yet. It doesn't launch till tomorrow. I have 70 plus hours in it. I've played this game from the beginning. I've had more fun in it, and I have more. I think I have must have 15 to 20 hours in the PlayStation version. Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, if you wait, you're missing out on all this time to have fun with it and get good at it.
Team Beef in the chat, missed the start of the stream because Roboquest just kept me going for another run. Jelly in the chat says, how do you get on the idea for Roboquest? Third time asking. There are a lot of questions that I haven't managed to get to, so I do apologise. But how did we get the idea for Roboquest? Dude, can you answer that in 30 seconds?
Yes. Here's the easy. We're a bunch of dumbass gamers, like I told you guys in the beginning. We make games that we want to play, and I loved Roboquest. I put a ton of time into it as a flat game, and I'm like, this deserves to be a VR game. I want to play this in VR. So I flew to Sweden. I knocked on the door of Starbreeze, and I asked them to give me the game, and then they said, go talk to Rise Up. So I went and talked to Rise Up, who developed the game, and they were all for it. They loved the idea. So we were just able to talk them into it. As a young, fresh startup company, we make games that we want to play.
That's amazing. And the most important question last, when is Myles getting his next raise? If Roboquest VR is the best-selling VR title of the year, who knows?
Go buy the game.
Make it happen, guys.
As much as you can. Yeah.
Honestly, guys, it's the most obvious thing ever. If you believe in what we're doing, just buy the game. And like, it just keeps us going. And the more support the games get, the more we can do for it. And many of you are doing that already. So just want to say we love the support. We love this community. I love that we can have conversations like this. And so, yeah, Eric, I want to say a massive thank you, dude, for... I mean, we're literally going back into meetings after this. Who are we kidding? And stuff. We're getting back on work with this.
Yeah, 100%. No, you're going to go stream. You're going to go hang out for a little bit, watch Pearl, and then you're going to go stream.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Without Parole, which is starting now, so make sure everyone heads over. I'm going to be doing some social media strategies for many of our projects while listening to it. And then, yeah, Roboquest, I'll be live streaming in just over an hour. I know Without Parole will still be going at that point, but I do need to get some sleep at some point tonight as well.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, dude, it's going to be exciting. So, yeah. Eric, thanks so much, man. Where can people check you out? Links, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you can, fly to VR Studios, of course. If you have any questions, you want a game, message us, let us know what you want. And then you can always get me at Q2C VR Gamer if you want to come watch our podcast, Reality Bites, every Tuesday night, 9 p.m.
That's cool. I can actually set this as a collaboration on YouTube once the live stream's over. So if anyone's watching this on replay, you'll be able to see Eric's channel as well. So that'll be really, really good. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you to everyone who's been doing super chats, everyone who's subscribed. As a reminder for anyone that's new, I do this show every Wednesday. We talk about all sorts. It's not actually just about gaming. Talk about mental health and well-being, world events, food. We debate our favourite tomato soup or pub subs or stuff like that.
Yeah, pub subs.
But
What's your favorite pub sub, Myles? Real quick, what's your favorite pub sub?
It was the buffalo chicken. It was banging, absolute banging. But I also live stream pretty much every weekday at the moment as I'm playing catch up every single PSVR2 game. So Roboquest will be 301. I think I've got about 45 games, with exception to new ones coming out to play. It's a fun one. So it means I play all types. Cool. The way this works, Eric, by the way, is we do the end credits. People can say their final thoughts, but stick around, and then we always do like a post-credit scene, like a Marvel movie.
I love this.
Cool. All right. Much love, everyone. Thank you so much. Do hit the wish list button on any of the store pages, Steam, MetaQuest, and PlayStation. All the links are in the description below. And we'll see you next time. Love you all. Take care.
I guess.
Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes. Thought I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Was just talking to Eric about the song Ocean Eyes, and you
It's a banger of a song.
It's a banger. Is that an American phrase? That's a banger.
Yeah, of course. Is it not a UK phrase?
Well, no, it is. I just thought I didn't know if it was a British because like that's a banger, mate. That's an absolute banger.
Oh, this was a banger. That's a banger. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we would call a banger like a head banger. That's definitely a banger.
Right. PD in the chat. Hello, PD, mate. Yes, we should definitely.
do
I
it.
wish you could do raids on this. Everyone, I'm going to put a link to the Without Parole in the chat. Everyone go there. Say Miles sent you, all that sort of stuff. Share lots of love with Brian and Wes. They're going to be talking about their first impressions of Roboquest VR. So that will be good. And then in an hour's time, I might delay it by like 15 minutes or so. So in an hour and a bit, I'll be live streaming it. So yeah.
I love this comment, Miles. It's my new podcast name, Bangers and Mash.
Oh, dude. There we go.
Bangers and Mash.
In it. You got to say in it as well.
In it?
That's it. Oh, Eric, we do actually have to end on this. So normally, I'm going to have to do... I think it's not going to work. It's going to be full screen. Normally, we end the show talking about what we're grateful for. We've already talked a bit about this. So vitamin G, gratitude. Could be a person, could be a place, could be a thing. Eric, what's one thing you're grateful for at the moment?
My amazing team that I've helped build over the last 3 years. The proudest thing I've done, probably, and besides marrying my wife and my daughter.
Oh, that's super nice. You could have literally gone, nothing. Not grateful for anything. Bye.
Screw everybody. Peace out.
Later, I'm gonna... All right, guys. Head on over to Without Parole and, support Roboquest VR. Let us know your thoughts and love this community so much. Thanks for the support. And even to all you non-gamers out there that stick around, we're glad that you love tuning in and being a part of the conversation. Peace out.